Hi, I'm Lindsay.
Hi, I'm Christy, and we work with Globe International.
Working with missionaries, we hear stories of the struggles, the humor, God's goodness, and a little side of crazy.
Hey, that's who we are.
This is Crazy Missionary Stories.
Welcome back to part 2 with Sudip Khadka, missionary to Nepal. Join us as we dive into Sudip's walk with the Lord and all his crazy missionary stories.
So for the children's homes, how do you receive new children?
We have gone through different phases for many, many years, but now you have to have a proof that both parents are not alive.
Wow.
And you have to have a proof that there is no somebody else to take care. Otherwise, we don't receive any kids.
So they're true orphans.
They have to be true orphans. And sometimes it's a little bit challenging to work, but I have someone that will go and do the checking if the paper matches the story. But that's not how it was when we started. We did have a single family. If they had a challenge or we had a situation that if the gospel was not reached in that tribe, we did put them in early days, but not now. I think since 2010 or so, everything changed. So we just don't just admit anybody. They do have to have a police recommendation. They do have to have a Viscounty recommendation. And they also have to have a child welfare recommendation. So there are a bunch of process before the child comes to us.
And what ages then do you work with?
From 4 up.
4 all the way until
18 or so.
And you have a school as well?
No, we don't have
No
a school.
school,
They go
okay.
to government school or private school.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. What is like a normal day at the children's home?
Normal day for children or for the people that are working?
Let's hear both. I'd like to hear both
For
sides.
children, they will wake up. They will have their breakfast. The older kids have to go to school a little early. And so after eating breakfast, taking lunch, they will go to school, the older ones, maybe 7th, 8th, 9th grade. A younger one, they will wake up and do their, clean themselves, brush their teeth, and they possibly study a little bit if they have an assignment to do, and they would eat for breakfast and go to school, take their lunch with them. They come back around, depending on the grade or age, they come back around 4 o'clock afternoon. And once they come back, they have to see if they have assignments first thing, and otherwise they get an hour or 2 free time that they eat dinner, and evening starts. And evening they do some study based on the kids and the grades. Maybe the youngest kids go to bed around 8 o'clock. So days are very packed when the school starts. When there is no school, they have a time in watch the TV. They play. They have for the staff, depending what their job is. Some they have to make sure they take care of kids' assignments. Some they need to make sure the kids' clothes and everything are okay for the next day. We have like moms for the kids. And the people that cook food, they have to at least make, breakfast, lunch, dinner. They need to see what. And there is people that are supposed to be buying things. And so it's a lot of people working.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
A lot goes into it.
A lot goes. There are a lot of details in the back that needs to be taken care for each child.
Yeah. So are there opportunities for these children to be adopted, or are they always with you?
We have never done adoption.
Okay.
We do not know about it. The fact is, we are very strict that we don't want to send, these are our children. We don't want to send to somebody that we do not know.
Right.
Adoption is not the option. Even the government has closed it many, many years back.
Interesting.
Yeah. But many times they grow up and we follow them to the college. Some of them we help with the college or practical education, all that. And they move out. They possibly have a girlfriend, boyfriend. They get married, they have kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they have a job, some sort of job.
Well, it sounds like a lot of them move out of Nepal, too.
They do. There's one kid in Poland working for something. And there's another kid in Romania He wanted to do electronic training. He did that and he got a better job in Romania. So we have kids many places. We also have two kids. They are old, they are married, they are in politics in Nepal. And so again, we have kids move to India. And once they grow older, in their 20s, and they're married, depends on the boyfriend, girlfriend, where they've connected, and depends with their dreams. They move to Gulf countries, some of them work for a few years, come back. So it's, I have one child right now. He is going to Japan this week.
So in the children's homes and the elderly home, do they have like church services or Bible time or anything like that?
They do. Basically, they have a devotion twice a week for 15 minutes in a children's home, not long. But they do have weekend services, a children's church, they have youth meeting. It is a home. But what we found was harder, too many meetings, it backfires. So we want to make sure it's home, there's Bible study and so on. And we also found out that it's better to train the older ones. So our worship team or our preachings are also done by older kids.
Wow.
Yeah.
Not done by
Together with the
staff.
pastor. We have a pastor, but he will put a routine, who is doing, what. And so older kids are actively involved in the ministry.
So you've told us a few crazy stories already that
I don't know if I did.
I would consider crazy. Has anything else come to mind that may be a little crazy?
I don't know if I have a lot, I can write a book about it. But when I started church many years back when I was young, we were young boys and girls. And that's how our board was. Our board was with 11 people. And I remember that I wanted to, and in those days, we ate meat maybe once a month. Yeah, once a month. But I wanted to give them meat. And it was a big deal. So I said to God, what could it be? And I remember that in South Nepal I was living, and there is still that church. There is still the fellowship is going on. So I said, okay. And there are big frogs in summer. They make really loud noise when it rains heavy. I'm talking about the rain like Pensacola. It's heavy rain. They come out. And we got idea. I said to my friends, hey, why not we go and catch these frogs? They're huge. Their legs are really good ones. The funny thing is we took a torch and we took a bucket and we pointed in their eyes so they could not see anything
They
else.
were frozen.
And we had a stick and we just hit with the stick and then we caught the frog and put in the bucket. And that, I remember I was in 10th grade. I'm the leader for the fellowship. Wow. And we took 50 of them.
50?
Yeah, one evening, and that became the pattern we had. So what we did was we took their head out, we skinned it out, and we found a robe and we would tie them and hang them for a day or so to dry, and we smoked from down, and all we needed was salt and chili. That's all our spices were when we just cooked them, and we had a rice on the side, and it was delicious food, and
Wow.
everybody loved, and it was what I have understood from that day on. There's a resources within your world, within your area. You don't need always money to go and get something. That's one, yeah. And my church
crazy.
loved, my leadership loved that idea, and we did many times.
Wow.
There was another time that I had a fever, and we didn't have any money. But I did remember having 10 Nepali rupees, and that's all you needed for buying one noodle, Nepali noodle. But I wanted to feed everybody else like that. So I said, hey, why don't we pray over this 10 Nepali rupees and let somebody go and buy another noodle? In those days, there was prizes put on the noodle advertisement. And someone went and bought the noodle, and he got a prize of 100 rupees inside that noodle, like little sticker. And once he opened, he ran back to the shop and got another 10 noodles.
Oh my goodness.
So now I had a food for another 10, 11 people.
Wow.
And God supernaturally provided.
That's amazing.
There are so many of those times, but then I had not done funeral, and doing funeral scared me. I remember I moved to Kathmandu, and again, we have planted many churches, 5 or 6 just in Kathmandu, and they are still running. Somebody passed away, and this family could not afford anything. They were so poor. So they only could afford bamboo, because we needed something to take this dead body. And so we cut the bamboo, and we made like a ladder and put the bamboo. And we could not, in those days, we could not find a place to bury a dead body. And I remember, I think in the evening, we acted like we were Hindu people, taking the dead body, carrying it by, people. And we covered that dead body with a white, maybe linen or cotton one. And we took him. As we took a place called Pasupati, that's a holy site of Hinduism, and there is a field, we dug it, and we were about to bury. And as we were climbing it, this dead body fell down because we hadn't tied it strong.
No.
So we all ran away because we thought he resurrected. After it made one sound, boom, and then after that we ran, and we stopped by a little far, and there was no sound. Eventually we got so, I was young, we got so much courage and said, let's go, even if he rises up, and let's see what happens. We took back, we were 10, 15 people, and we buried that dead person around 2 o'clock in the morning, and I don't forget about that, how it was first doing my burial ceremony, and we thought he resurrected. And I was so young, that's how everything was experiment. Starting ministry, starting pastoring the church. I remember I had to preach. I had no clue how to preach.
How old were you at that
I was
point?
like, preaching, I was 15.
15.
I had no clue what to say, but I'm in front of 50, 60 other kids and people. So I prepared for 1 hour. By the time I went forward, I don't know what I said, but it was over within 7 minutes. And everyone is expecting me to say some more, but I'm finished. I had written a little bit and by hearted, and it was over. And that's all I remember, my first Sunday of speaking in the church. And that's how it was.
I'm glad you kept going after that.
Yeah, well, I have ups and downs. I have spoken to good numbers, but to be honest to you, it was good training, really good training.
Wow.
How did that happen that at 15 years of age you were preaching?
Well, as I told you, my pastor's wife would be the one that would be pushing me a little bit. She did not know how to, and I had a favor from her. And good thing is that God, let me put it this way, if he can use donkey in the Old Testament in the Bible, if he can use crow, if he can use whale fish, he has used me as well. And he can use anyone. But it is a big courage to take that challenge and put in front of God and be at his altar. If he can use anything, he can use me. I remember saying that to him. That's how it did. A lot of time, I didn't know what to speak besides telling one Bible story, but God would use it. God would use. My friends came to Christ. I remember, I still have in my journal, one night as I preached, and these are my classmates, friends, we were all young. 15 of my friends received Christ.
Wow.
I'm not kidding you.
Wow.
And these friends are in the ministry today.
That is so awesome.
And one of the things, it became easy for me to do all these leadership meetings, crusades, I have friends from my childhood that are in the ministry, and I have a connection all these years. So when I go somewhere, in Nepal or India, maybe I know somebody from my childhood or so on, and I connect with them.
So what is something that you wish you would have known before getting into all of your ministry, all of your mission work? Just some advice you would give maybe if somebody's being called to the mission field?
It's hard to give advice. First of all, I'm learning. I've been in the ministry at least 30 years now. I find season changes. Today, it's a digital world, a lot. One of the things that has helped me all these years is, I would say, God used me. What do I do? How do I preach or teach? God, can you teach me? I have never been equipped so well. When I say that I'm seminary trained, well equipped, I have few seminaries, educations, many years of it, I would get anything to be trained. I remember 1995, I was already leading. I was, by that time, I was speaking to 400-500 pastors in a meeting. I remember somebody was asking, said, "Hey, where was Jesus born?" And he said, "In Egypt." And I realized the people, you think they know a lot from the Bible, but they not always, never judge the book by its cover. And I realized I need to get trained much better on biblical studies. So I did some biblical studies. Always know where you are and the context, because you cannot, if you are trained in somewhere, like I did go to school, Bible school in US, India, what I found is you have to find your own training materials and things on the context. Like for me, cooking frog legs for people. Second thing I also would say is, if you are a church planter, don't bring your Western or your instruments and give it to the people unless they ask for it. I have done it, that mistake. I remember early 2000s, I would buy guitar from here and take it and give it, but they don't know how to use it. They only do little drums. And I have come to the point now, no. You just see what is there, let them play with it. Even buildings, I've built many churches over the years. Don't build one that you are used to, or maybe like you come from a building of church that has insulation, that has air AC, that has all this. But in a village, they are just maybe used to brick walls or mud walls, and that's where they sit. Just make something that is within, that fits the context there.
That's good.
Same thing with the sitting. In the West, we sit in the chair or sofa or something. A lot of our churches, people sit on the floor, on the straw mat. Don't bring chairs there, because what fits them, what they're comfortable, don't change it. And I think one thing is, we try to change people. Let God do that. They might not fit be on your standard, but let God change people and slowly adopt it. The way I saw most effectiveness in the mission field is people that go to thinking of changing others fail. They get discouraged. Instead, they need to go and change themselves. And so be a learner, be obedient. Don't think that, okay, you know what, I'm going to change. No, let God do that part. You be an instrument. Another thing is, drink clean water. A lot of time we get sick. Always Google it if the water is drinkable. Use common sense. God heals, but God also has given common sense. Don't put yourself in trouble. If you are a crazy evangelist, don't jump on the top of the bus and throw these flyers of What you do is you put locals in trouble, you put yourself in trouble, and you might, have a little bit fun for a little bit, but always know your context and your people that you are speaking. Again, for short or long term, learn language. Language opens the door to the society.
Absolutely.
And again, if you are speaking your language or English or Spanish and you are somebody translate, listen, it takes, if you are speaking 20 minute, then the translator will take another 20 minutes. So I regret I have not learned languages on time and not been serious. So it's not just pulpit, please. I have come to the conclusion, ministry is what God tells you to do. It's not just about taking microphone and all that. I hope it helps. To be honest, I'm not in a place to tell others what you can do, what you cannot do. Always respect people. Respect who they are, where you are, respect their food. Make sure you protect yourself. Before, it used to be that I would eat anything. But to make somebody happy, I would eat, and after finishing eating, I would go and throw up.
Oh,
You get sick.
And I got sick. Today, this is a temple of God. Your body is a temple, and I have learned to respect it, but politely say, hey, I have this allergy, I cannot have it. I respect it, but I also, and sometimes I make sure food is well cooked, because that's the really good things. I hope this helps somebody.
Oh yeah, definitely. That was great practical advice. I think anyone would be encouraged by that who may be looking to go to the field or even already there. So we're wrapping up on our time here.
Right.
So I'd just love to give you an opportunity to share if somebody wants to learn more about your ministry or give towards your ministry. I'm going to put the link to your page on Globe.
Oh, thank you.
But is there anything else that you would like to share, another way people can get in contact with you? Or
Not really. If you are listening or if you're watching, I'd like to thank you for your time. If anything, feel free to reach me.
All right, so I will link to your member page on Globe's
Yes, thank you.
website, and so people can check that out if they want to learn more about your ministry.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much for being here and talking with us. I really enjoyed hearing your stories.
Thank you.
Your journey. It's a great
Incredible.
story.
Incredible.
Great testimony.
Oh, thank you, both
thanks
of you,
for being with
for
us.
your time.
Thank you guys so much for listening to Crazy Missionary Stories. If you are listening on Spotify, don't forget to follow us and give us a 5-star review. If you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe, and of course, share it with your friends. Thank you guys for listening. See you next time.